In the year 2000, one of the most powerful companies in America made a decision that would go down as one of the biggest business mistakes in history. A small startup walked into their office with a simple offer: buy our company for $50 million. The executives looked at each other and laughed. They rejected the deal without hesitation. What they didn't realize was that this tiny startup would soon become worth hundreds of billions of dollars. That startup was Netflix, and the company that laughed at them, Blockbuster. Today, Netflix dominates global entertainment, while Blockbuster has almost completely disappeared. So how did the king of movie rentals lose everything to a company that mailed DVDs in red envelopes? And why did one simple decision destroy an entire empire? Before we dive into the story, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more incredible business stories about the rise and fall of billion-dollar companies. Because the story you're about to hear is not just about movies. It's about how arrogance can destroy even the most powerful empires. To understand how this disaster happened, we need to go back to the 1990s. At that time, Blockbuster wasn't just a company. It was a cultural phenomenon in the United States. On Friday nights, millions of American families would drive to their nearest Blockbuster store. They would walk through bright aisles filled with movies, games, and snacks. At its peak, Blockbuster had over 9,000 stores worldwide, more than 65 million customers, billions of dollars in revenue. No competitor came close. Blockbuster controlled the movie rental industry. But behind this massive success was something customers absolutely hated: late fees. If you return a movie late, Blockbuster would charge you extra. And those late fees were incredibly profitable. In fact, late fees generated hundreds of millions of dollars every year. Customers complained constantly, but Blockbuster didn't care. They believed their business model was unbeatable. What they didn't know was that a small startup was quietly preparing to change everything. In 1997, two entrepreneurs had a crazy idea. Their names were Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph. They started a small company in California called Netflix. Their concept was radically different. Instead of going to a store to rent a movie, customers could simply order DVDs online. The movie would arrive in a red envelope directly to their mailbox. No driving, no stores, and most importantly, no late fees. Customers could keep the movie as long as they wanted. When they were done, they would just mail it back. It sounded convenient, but most people thought it was ridiculous. Why wait days for a movie when Blockbuster was just down the street? Even investors were skeptical. But Reed Hastings believed the internet would soon change how people consumed entertainment. And he was right. By the year 2000, Netflix was struggling. The company was losing money and desperately needed help. So Reed Hastings made a bold move. He arranged a meeting with executives from Blockbuster. The meeting took place in Dallas, Texas. Hastings had a simple proposal. Blockbuster could buy Netflix for $50 million. In return, Netflix would run Blockbuster's online platform. For Blockbuster, this was a tiny amount of money, but the executives didn't see value in the idea. They believed their physical stores were the future. According to several reports, the Blockbuster executives actually laughed during the meeting. They thought Netflix's model was pointless. Who would want movies delivered by mail? So they rejected the deal. Netflix walked away, and that decision would soon become one of the most expensive mistakes in corporate history. A few years later, the world began to change. The internet was becoming faster. More households were getting broadband connections. And in 2007, Netflix launched something revolutionary: streaming. For the first time, people could watch movies instantly online. No they with this. No stores. Just press play. Meanwhile, Blockbuster was stuck in the past. They had thousands of expensive stores and massive operational costs. They tried to compete with Netflix by launching their own online service. But it was too late. Netflix was already ahead. Before we continue the story, take a second to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy learning about the hidden stories behind billion-dollar companies. Because what happened next completely changed the entertainment industry. By 2010, Blockbuster was drowning in debt. Customers were switching to Netflix. Store traffic was collapsing. The once unstoppable empire was now struggling to survive. That same year, Blockbuster officially filed for bankruptcy. Thousands of stores closed across the United States and Europe. Meanwhile, Netflix continued growing rapidly. The company expanded globally and began producing its own original shows and movies. Today, Netflix has hundreds of millions of subscribers worldwide, and the company that once laughed at them, almost gone. Today, there is only one Blockbuster store left in the world. It's located in Bend, Oregon. The store has become more of a tourist attraction than a rental shop. People visit it as a reminder of a different era, a time when renting movies meant walking through aisles of DVDs, and as a reminder of one of the biggest business mistakes ever made. The story of Blockbuster and Netflix teaches an important lesson. The biggest companies don't always fail because they are weak. Sometimes they fail because they believe they are too powerful to lose. Blockbuster laughed at a small startup, but that startup changed the entire world of entertainment. And a decision worth $50 million became a mistake worth hundreds of billions. If you enjoyed this documentary, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next business story. Because some of the most fascinating stories in the world are the ones behind the companies we use every day.